Hey guys, Catering Saw here, back at you with another Goodwill bins video. Here's some of the stuff I found recently at the Goodwill bins. A bunch of Bark Box toys, some stuff I sold at the Christmas in July raid train. I actually already sold the Grinch, those little, whatever you call them, wall hang or picture hanging things you hang in the window, stained glass things. Rainbow High doll right there. I'll talk about a lot of these more in the summer. You'll see them there. But a Scentsy Buddy, a ton of CDs. I spent $60 on this day at the Goodwill bins just because I found so many CDs. I could lot a lot of those up together. As always, I cover my cart. More recently, I've been doing that because there's people we call poachers that try to take stuff out. On this day at the bins, this was a couple weeks ago at least. This is before my niece and nephew were in town. Bunch of shoes, which my recent trip, that's all they had was shoes, and it wasn't a very good trip for me. But yeah, this trip is actually a really good one. If I spent $60, hopefully it's a pretty good trip to the bins. But yeah, continuing to look, bunch of shoes on this day, and there's also other stuff as well. Those might be some purses, some cars. I'm not going to pick these up. I do pick that guy up because he is Disney cars. But if they're just generic Hot Wheels, I don't think they're really worth picking up at the bins. If you know if you know what to look for with the red lines, obviously those would be worth it. But I don't know what to look for, and I'm not gonna, at this point, I don't know that, so I can't just look in the bin and pick up every single one I see. That was some random generic plush. I don't really know the value of it, and I think it's just a random Mardi Gras plush, so I pass on that one as well. Going on to the next round of bins, that's just a little plastic cars car, so it's probably not really worth too much, but in a lot, it'll do pretty well. More shoes in this bin, more shoes in that bin. Shoes get pretty crazy. The other day at the bin, someone was throwing a shoe at the other person. They almost got themselves kicked out of the bin. Some people are very aggressive when it comes to shoes. I don't know why. It's a Goodwill bins. Just there's no reason to be that aggressive when you're at the bins. That also is a bunch of media and plush combined together, and some shoes as well. Media really isn't that great for me, like DVDs at least. I like if it's Blu-rays. If it's sealed, I will pick it up. That's why I picked up those CDs to begin with, because a lot of them were sealed. Moving on to the next set of bins, more shoes. Yeah, lots of shoes. All those CDs I got in the first round of bins for that day, there's a whole box of CDs. I just grabbed the whole box and put it in my cart and then went through it later. But yeah, just a bunch of random toys and other stuff. That's just a generic Mardi Gras plush. It's not anything great. So that's why I passed on that. Broncos hat might have been worth it, but I haven't had too much luck lately selling hats that are just generic hats like that. Moving on to the next round, or the next clip I'm going to show y'all. A Loungefly bag right here. Unfortunately, the Loungefly bag did have some damage to it. I'll talk about that in the summary. That is a really good thing. I'm going to list that for about $50. It's just Christmas plates. But unfortunately, this bag did have a hole in it somewhere. I did confirm that later on, but thank you, Hannah, for giving it to me, but unfortunately I was not able to use it. That is a North Face jacket. I'm going to list that for around 20 to 30. And then I pick up the Harry Potter pants skirt as well. I put back those shoes that are right there. I think they did say Birkenstock, but they didn't look very quality to me. So they're either not real or they just weren't a very good quality shoe. And as you can see right there, that is another item I put back. Had some damage to it, or maybe it wasn't authentic Vera. I'm not sure which one. I don't remember for sure. Also feel like that purse didn't have much value. The cash register, my niece and nephew actually have that, and it's pretty cool, but there was no money in there, and it's not really worth too much because it's a big item. So, unless I was putting at the consignment sale that I sell at, it really wouldn't be worth picking up. At least I don't think it would be. Bunch of clothes, as always. There's always clothes in the bins. If you like clothes, you'll like the bins because there's always an option for clothing. There's never a rotation that comes out that doesn't have clothing, unfortunately. I wish there was a day they'd be like, we're doing all hard lines, which is, what that stuff is right there. Books, shoes, toys, purses, bags, all that kind of stuff. Typically, books aren't my favorite thing to pick up, but I do pick up Animorphs, Goosebumps, Magic Treehouse, and Boxcar Children. I think those are the four. I pick up other ones as well if I see a big collection of them. Like I picked up a bunch of comics the other day, Uncle Scrooge comics that are going to be worth some really good money, I think. Hopefully. Y'all will see those in maybe the next Goodwill Bins video actually might have those in it. I can't be for sure, but I think the next video y'all are going to see sourcing-wise will probably be a storage unit because I'll be heading up to Ohio. When y'all are watching this, I'll actually be on the Highway Byway sale. So hopefully y'all will have some fun watching if I take footage of that, which I haven't been very good about taking footage lately at garage sales. Haven't really been going to garage sales much, but hopefully I'll be able to get some good footage if I decide to film at those garage sales. But yeah, continue to look through this bin. Just nothing too great that I'm showing y'all here, but let's go to the summary where I talk about what I found. It's going to be a pretty long summary. This video is 22 minutes long when I finish it. So as y'all saw in those clips from the bins, I did find a decent amount of stuff on this day, a bunch of CDs. We'll get to those in a second, but And you also saw that lounge fly bag I just talked about in the voiceover. Unfortunately, it did have a hole in it, and I don't think it was really worth too much. I should have just let my friend take it that had it in her cart originally, but I didn't realize it had a hole in it until I inspected it. So I did actually put that bag back, unfortunately. First up, one thing that was interesting was this bag right here, the actual bag I'm using to store the stuff. It was a Aviator Nation Austin. It might actually have a little bit of value to it. I don't think it's gonna have too much value, but it is Aviator Nation, which I think is that Travis? I don't know who that is. It's some random person. This first up is this Wild Republic goat. I did get 2 of these, so I got a small one and a big one, so like a baby and a mama. So I got those 2. And this is a bunch of like the toy cars and small stuff all lot together. Mike the Tiger Bark Box. I did not see this anywhere on eBay, so maybe this is a little bit rarer one. I just sold the Big Bird one. If y'all saw that clip in my recent What Sold videos, I just sold Big Bird Bark Box for like $15 plus shipping. So I did get a decent amount of Bark Box in here. Y'all see that one right there. I don't remember if I showed that in the actual clip or not, but it's a bunch of Bark Ritos. Some of them I can lot together because they're from the same Bark Box that came out. Like this little guy I think is lotted up with a couple other ones. This is a Cat vs. Pickles, Meow. I don't know why I picked it up. I guess I'm thinking I might find a lot of them somewhere and then I can lot them all together. I got this because it was a Hello Kitty item. It's like a little thing you use to hang your keys or something similar to that. That's what these 2 little things are for. So this will probably be a Whatnot item. I think it'll sell pretty well on there, but that'll be on my Goodwill Bins Whatnot show. So if you're not following me on there, make sure you follow me. Doggy Detox. Another Bark Box. This is a Build-A-Bear. Anytime you see Build-A-Bear Hello Kitty, you should be picking it up. This one, unfortunately, does not have too much value to it, but it is Hello Kitty. It did say Build-A-Bear in there, so that's why I picked it up. But it's really only worth around 10 to 15 bucks, something like that. I don't know if I'll throw it on Whatnot or throw it on eBay, but it is Build-A-Bear branded on the inside. This is another one. I think this one's one I'm going to lot up with this guy. I think these 2 are from the same Bark Box. And then if anything else, I find anything else that's from it, I will as well. Rainbow High, I think that's who she is. Can't really see her face. There she goes. Couldn't see her face at first, but this is Rainbow High. Anytime I see Rainbow High, I'm going to pick it up. They sell generally pretty well for me in the $15 to $20 range. They do take a little while to sell sometimes, but still, 15 to 20 isn't bad. It has a nail attached to it. That's kind of gross. A fake nail that'll go in the garbage. I paid extra money for that. I don't know. I don't think I should have picked this up. It's a My Little Pony. Those I have a hard time identifying which ones are good, which ones aren't. There's another little Bark Box guy right there. The rest of the stuff in here is mainly Thomas the Train. There is some that's not, like this little Paw Patrol maybe, Super Kitties, one of those 2. Mickey Surfing. But the rest of it is really a ton of what I just said. What did I just say? Thomas the Train, yes. There's a Funko Pop. I think that's a Funko Pop. Yeah, he's Funko. Funko branded Funko Pop right there, out of the box. This is a Chutrition Facts Bark Smelly Beans. Maybe this goes with the Bark Ritos. Maybe they came in the same Bark Box. There is some stuff other than Thomas the Train. There's another Funko Pop right there. But mostly it is Thomas the Train stuff that I will just put in one big... I'll try and put in one big lot. Some of them are different versions. Those is Tomy branded. Some are Hasbro. I think some are Mattel. Maybe they're not Mattel, I don't know. It's either Mattel or Hasbro. One of those 2 is what... And this one's a different one, obviously, but it is still Thomas the Train. It's Steven. Or Stefan, however you say his name. But yeah, mainly... There's a little mini. Anytime I see Disney little figures like that, I pick them up because I will lot them all together. There's a Donkey Kong. I don't know why I picked that up. It's just the top of the car. Maybe the bottom of the car is... Oh, there it is right there. So this is a Donkey Kong. It should all be together. I don't know if it's easy to put together or not, but I'll figure that out in a second. But yeah, right now, we don't need to worry about that. We're supposed to be showing y'all what I found. All right, moving on to the next bag of stuff. This might also have some Bark Box in it. This is a Kleenex holder. You put it on top like this, and the Kleenex come out the top. So I got like 4 of these. I think I can lot them together and sell them generally decently well. This is a Nickel State Kernels. I did not mean to buy this hat, but it is a decent hat. So yeah, Nickel State is in Thibodaux, Louisiana, and it's going to be hard to find a fan of them on eBay, but we'll try. Here's another one right here of the tissue box holder covers. A baseball glove. Anytime I find baseball gloves, I'm going to pick them, if they're in good shape at least. Some of them aren't, but this one wasn't I didn't get stuff on my hand when I pulled it out of the glove, which is usually what happens with gloves that are in really bad shape. So this one should be worth some decent money. Like I said, it might weigh a pound, so it didn't really cost me that much to pick it up. Jellycat Pig, not really worth much, but it is a Jellycat, so I can say I have a Jellycat for my Whatnot show. If it's worth something, we'll see. It might be an eBay or Whatnot. It'll be one of those two items. A Scentsy Buddy Lion, no scent pack, I don't think, at least. Yeah, no scent pack in him, but he is a Scentsy Buddy. Here's another tissue box holder. I got, like I said, I had 4, I think. Another Bark Box toy right here. I don't know if it squeaks. This one doesn't squeak. If it's supposed to, it doesn't squeak. I don't think it's supposed to, though. This was worth some decent money. This was Studio... I don't know what Studio was, but these were worth some decent money. I wouldn't pick them up if they weren't, because they weigh a decent amount. They weigh probably 3 or 4 pounds. 3.5 pounds for these, but they did have some good value to them, and they are all new and sealed. Not sealed, but new in the packaging. This one got a little beat up. Hopefully it'll form back, but yeah, that's the problem with putting stuff like that in the bags like this, is they can get beat up pretty easily. Here's another Bark Box. This is a monster's foot, but it does say Bark Box on it. Here's the other goat that I was talking about. These two are both little goats, Wild Republic, so I can lot them as twins. Sell them that way, maybe. A Vera bag. I sold one of these really well recently. It's a cover for a book or a Bible, and it sold really well. So hopefully, well, I don't know if this is the same exact thing, but it does fold out like that. So hopefully it has some value to it. It does even, never mind, it doesn't have the tag. It has a Vera Bradley name tag, but it doesn't say what style. Usually Google Lens can tell you like what the style of Vera is on this thing. Continuing on, picked this up just because it was a trivet. That's what this is, a trivet holder. It's missing 2 of the little things on the back, but I think that'll probably sell pretty well. Comco little hummingbird. I think I got 2 of them, I think. Here's another Rainbow High. She's missing her top, but she does have her pants. Or skirt. Actually, this is LOL. This is LOL, not Rainbow High. I don't like LOL nearly as much, but I do pick it up still, obviously, because I picked that one up. Little tramp. Not sure if this is a actual tramp or one of the babies from Lady and the Tramp, but it doesn't say for sure, but it looks like a young tramp, so it could be, you know, him from the original movie. Pascal Chameleon. This one is cool. I might just keep... I like Pascal and Pua. Those are 2 of my favorite Disney sidekicks. I might just keep this one. I didn't see much information on it, so it might actually have some good value to that. Build-A-Bear shoe. This is another Build-A-Bear item, I think. No, this is Disney Real Littles. So Disney Real Littles backpack. I'm not really sure what that is, but apparently I picked it up. Here's another, I think this is Vera. Maybe this is Vera Bradley. I don't know. It doesn't say, oh yeah, it does say Vera. Vera Bradley wallet, I guess is what this is. But this had some decent value to it. Anytime I can pick up Vera at the bins for super cheap, I'm gonna do it. And if it's in good shape. Now some of them are, you know, some of them are in bad shape sometimes. So if it's in bad shape, I'm not gonna pick it up. But in general, I will pick up Vera at the bins. I can't get this one to open. Oh, there we go. There we go, right there. So it is a wallet, obviously. No money in it. I already checked. I think I already checked. Y'all don't want me to check while y'all are watching, but if I find money in there, really bonus. But that doesn't really happen very often. This is from Cars. Here's another Bark Box turkey or peacock. There's the other Build-A-Bear shoe. Bark Box crab. What do we got here? This is a Vineyard Vines tote bag for NFL. Has some decent value to it for teams, but this isn't technically, this isn't a team, this is just NFL. But I still think it has some good value to it. Vineyard Vines is a good brand to pick up if you can find it. So this is a Vineyard Vines. It does have some issues on it that I will try and, I don't know if I'll try and get them out or just disclose, but yeah, that, I got that as well. This is a North Face jacket right there. It's a kid's size, which could sell well at the consignment sale that I sell at usually. I don't think I meant to get that with it. Whoops. I don't think I meant to get this. What is this? Let's find out together what this is. This is Harry Potter. Maybe I did mean to get it. It's a Harry Potter skirt. I think I actually meant to get this. Still have the tags with it. So originally it was $44.90. It's from Hot Topic. So this is like a Harry Potter skirt. I think I meant to get it. Now that I remember, This was a couple weeks ago, so this is before my niece and nephew came into town. This is a youth large North Face jacket. It'll probably go on eBay, probably. Another cool item right here. This bag. I don't know what brand that is, if it is even a brand, but it still had the whatever you call it strap in there. So I decided to pick it up. The brand, I don't know. I don't think the brand matters. I just picked it up because it looked cool. I thought it would sell pretty well on Whatnot. Another Vera. This right here. I'm not sure exactly what kind of thing it is, but it does fold like this. Might be some kind of makeup bag of some sort. I think that's what it is, probably. Some kind of makeup. Let's see. We got a Devil Rays hat right here and a New Orleans Zephyrs hat. Zephyrs hats always sell well if you can find them. Lights out, white with the Scouts. I almost said white out, but it's with the Scouts. So this is a New Orleans Zephyrs hat. Well, my friend actually gave that to me, so thank you, Tracy. Bark Box, another one, strawberry, white chocolate covered strawberry. I don't know why I picked this thing up. Couldn't tell you. It's some kind of camera. I think it might be for a car dash cam, but I'm not positive. Oh, it actually went under my. That's the GoPro light. I thought, I was like, oh, it actually lit up. It actually works, but that's the GoPro red blinking light that I can see, and y'all can't see, but I can see it. This, I picked it up just cause it's. What was the brand? I picked it up for a reason. It says Princess on it, but I think the brand. I want to say. I'll show y'all it right here. It says Princess right there. Here's the brand. The brand is Aurora Baby. Some of these blankets can be worth some money. I think this one had some value to it, which is why I picked it up. That went with it, I think. This is, if the tiara fits, it's a shirt. And these little shoes came with it, I'm pretty sure. Although the shoes look like they match more with the blanket than this, but I think they all went together. Dunder Mifflin office hat. This might be a Whatnot item. I think it'll sell pretty fast on there. This was really cool. Booski's wallet. It looked very Navajo / Western. Yes, I feel accomplished saying that. I feel like I'm getting better at it, saying those words together. But it's basically new with tags. I don't know if it really has too much value to it, but it was a really cool Western Navajo bag. It's from Montana West is the brand. I've seen Gents Multiverse sell that pretty well on Whatnot, so I figured I'd give it a shot. This little bag right here is another Whatnot item. It'll go on my Goodwill Bins show. I don't know exactly. It looks like a canteen with some kind of pattern on it, but it was cool. I picked it up. It's mine now to sell, so I better sell it. Here's the other hummingbird that goes with that other one y'all saw. Some MLPs. Some other My Little Ponies. I don't think I meant to get them. I meant to get this remote, though. I think it had a little bit of a value. This guy has a damage to his wing, but Wingo is a very good one to find from the Cars franchise, so even with the damage, I think he will sell pretty well. This is a Little People cow. I don't know how far we are into this. Oh, there's the receipt. I spent $60. I need to make sure I account for that because that's a lot of money. $60 for that. I'm about to knock these CDs over. Let's go ahead and go through, I think, let's pause for a second. Okay, we're back. Had to pause for a second to rearrange. I have a ton of CDs here. I don't know why. I spent $60 because these weighed a ton, but I found a whole box of CDs, and I just picked it up and threw it in my cart and went through it later. That's my strategy, at least, with going to the bins. If you see a box of, CDs or something like that. Movies, I don't really do that with movies because I don't think there's really much value in them, but these CDs looked like they were Hispanic CDs, I believe. They're Latino or Hispanic, whatever genre that is. So I decided to pick them up. Soy Come Soy Solita. Did have a couple, I threw back most of the country ones because they're not really worth too much. Maria, Martha, Sierra Lima. A lot of them were also sealed. Maria, Martha, Sierra Lima. So I can lot some of these together. Lolita. I don't know who any of these people are. Lolita. I recognize Jackie Velasquez. She was a Christian music singer, which is why I recognized her. But These will probably take me a while to sell because it might take me a while to actually get around to listing them. But Miriam Hernandez is 2 of these. Jose, I found a bunch of Jose. I don't know if he really has much value, but Lolita again. So just a ton of like Hispanic, Latino CDs. Let's go over some of the other stuff I have that's not CDs. Billy, Goat, and Gruff, I think is what these are from Toy Story 4. They had some decent value to them, believe it or not. This Alaska had like $20 to $30. I looked it up just because I was like, I've sold the Polar Express one for money, so I thought that one might have some value to it. Another Bark Box. This is a telephone with a Better Fetch It. Or is your refrigerator running? Better Fetch It. It's a phone. So that Bark Box right there. Let's see, we got another Bark Box here with a toy that Jenna would be very happy about if she heard that. I don't think she heard it though. Canine Rewards Bark Box. And I think most of the rest of this stuff... Oh, there's another one. This is a pizza with mushroom and maybe tomatoes on it. This is a Vera glasses holder, maybe. I think that's what this is supposed to be. But I don't know why I picked that up. Probably not really worth very much. Probably won't sell on any platform, but I picked it up. Another Little People pig right here. Looks a little bit older, so maybe it has some value. I think the rest is all... Oh, not all CDs. A Cuddle 101 Dalmatians plush, maybe patch, because he has a patch on his eye. But yeah, the rest are almost all CDs. Here's a motorcycle, Subaru motorcycle Bark Box. So I'm finding small things here and there, but most of the rest of these are CDs. These are all the sealed ones. A lot of the sealed CDs are in this bag right here. So yeah, really good day at the bins, I think. Here's a monster truck, like some kind of alligator looking monster truck or crocodile, whatever version you want to call them. But yeah, let's call that for this trip to the bins. A lot of stuff, obviously, if I spent $60, I went to the bins recently, spent $13. On this trip, I spent $60. So it just varies based on what day you go and what you find. If you find stuff you like. So luckily, I found a lot of good stuff I liked on this day. And I hope y'all enjoyed watching what I found. So don't forget to leave a like, comment with your favorite item. Mine's probably going to be all the CDs, just in general. But also, anytime I find a Jellycat, I'm going to be very excited. But yeah, and don't forget to subscribe and not subscribed. Thanks for watching.